news has gone back to Web 1. Okay, guys, let's move forward here. Decentralize ourselves from this bullshit.
Now they don't even. It's not even the news that drives shit anymore. They let you drive it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because now you guys have gone so fucking mental and insane that you just do whatever. And then the news and the media, they just follow that.
Biggs and Boggs.
We got a new Surely Sound mix engineer, everyone. Julian Biggs, welcome to the team. He's not like you.
Well, I'm a little different.
Hey, guys. Welcome back to Your Future Home, Biggs and Boggs. I'm Marty Boggs.
And I'm Julian Biggs.
And we got Spencer on Sound and Screens. Thanks for joining us today, folks. We like to come at you once a week or so and talk about this transitioning world of finance and go over some subjects that we do believe will benefit your future hand.
True.
Simply because it's benefited ours.
It has.
Folks, we do believe we are providing some positive content here. So if you feel the same, please smash that like button. Subscribe if you are new. Comment down below. Let us know where you're from, what you think, and let's get right into it. What are we up to today, and how can we plan for tomorrow? Julian.
We, again, coming back at you, telling you that if you dollar cost average into Bitcoin, you'd be laughing. Compared to the rest of the people in any part of the financial sector, period, globally.
Bitcoin's the king. Bitcoin's the king.
But first, as always,
let's prove it.
The market scope.
Market scope.
We're going to get into it. People asking us, is crypto back?
Oh my.
Is crypto back?
Is crypto back? Where did it go?
Where did it go?
It's never go. It's not.
It never went anywhere.
It's not gonna go anywhere.
It hasn't gone anywhere. It's not going anywhere.
No.
Doesn't matter.
And that's it actually does matter because
earlier this year,
the fact that it's not going anywhere is actually quite significant. If it was going to go somewhere, it'd be gone.
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Never mind.
Nothing matters. That's the reality. Honestly,
scope.
Nothing matters. Money's not important. It's not important. But unfortunately, we live in a world of consumerism.
Yes.
Our society was built on capitalism. There's nothing wrong with that. But now capitalism is destroying our system because it cannot sustain. You cannot continue to inflate the currency and expect people to be able to live fruitfully. Okay?
Yep.
If your nation cannot buy homes and sustain for themselves, you're failing, right?
And that's inevitable, right? Because every fiat currency gets inflated.
And like, we should talk on that a little bit because now you've got the whole world, like you see the internet and you see only what they want you to see. And now you've got a whole world of creators and video creators that can manipulate anything and show you anything they want to show
AI
you.
And,
it's really hard to decipher what is actually real in the news cycle these days. So you shouldn't be paying attention to the fucking news.
And that's honestly
just for that fact.
That's why Bitcoin gets such a bad rep, right? Like, don't pay attention to anything you see. It's online. You don't like it.
But guess what? Everyone's paying attention to what's going on in the news, and everyone's got an opinion on what's going on in the news.
You know what?
But Bitcoin is crushing every single thing in every single market across the board globally.
You know why? Because in a time of uncertainty, people go to gold in the past. They go to things that are...
but gold ain't shit.
I know, but in the past, the reason it was because it was solid, right? It was solid. It was a solid asset. It had a good backing.
You got all these old boomers like, you should collect some gold.
We do know now that gold is not... no good. 10 years has been going sideways. Nobody's made any money in gold for 10 years. Maybe that will change, but it's not going to right now.
Regardless of that, it's always been a good hedge against inflation.
Yeah, but it hasn't been for the last 10 years.
But now it's like if the money system collapses and the monetary system collapses, okay, we're going to go what? Back to the gold, silver barter system? Who's got gold?
Yeah.
Who's got gold? Where are you mining gold? Who's carrying bars of gold?
I'd say more than 50% of gold is paper gold these days. It's just, it just digitally exists anyways, right?
Prince of some
of course.
other nation. You know what I mean?
Honestly, Julian, gold doesn't look too good on my skin tone, so I'm not a big fan.
It doesn't. Because we're fucking aliens, bro. We're see-through. Right? Like we came we came from the underworld. I'm sorry to the people of this world.
But honestly, though, like the Bitcoin gets audited minimum every 10 minutes by computers all over the world.
We haven't even...
The financial system that we use right now has never been audited. The Federal Reserve has never been audited. No one's actually been like, hey, let's see your books. Show us what's going on.
We're heated.
No.
We're heated right now because Bitcoin is honestly just crushing. So if you're using Bitcoin as a savings like Marty and I do, you're crushing. You're up over 100% this year and things are looking good, right? Yeah. Okay, so but let's break it down. Let's get to the chart. Let's look at the actual chart that we've been looking at for the full year here. I have not changed the chart or my lines since we've made this second contact in March, okay? So this green line that I'm going to show you guys, which we just broke again today, let's get zoomed in. We've now just broke above this green line, and we perfectly hit. And I fade my lines out, and I could bring them back in, but you can see there's a red line here that we hit, perfect resistance that we hit there. And as well as this green line, which was the start of the trend from the bottom in December of 2022.
Did we just get a weekly candle close?
Yeah, we got a weekly candle close. Okay, no, the weekly candle close, this is...
Time change. Fuck.
Oh, actually, it just happened 4 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So literally during this episode.
Yeah.
So this is exactly what I want to bring attention to, okay?
Wow, look at that week. Look at that week.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, no, that was the week before. Okay.
That was the
Now
week. The week before was huge, but that's great. We told you guys earlier this year, back in March, I told you we did not hit oversold territory in the RSI of this cycle. Okay, everyone looked at January to March. Holy shit, Bitcoin went up 100%. Okay, that's great. We're just recovering. Look at what the S&P did.
We want more than 100%. Come on.
But the S&P did an 80% recovery
which is insane.
immediately.
Yeah.
So we've got 100% off bottom. But we haven't hit the 80% recovery of what we lost in 2022, right? Whereas the S&P, the Dow Jones, things like this, they did an 80% recovery of 2022. We are now just breaking a 50% recovery of 2022. Do you think that Bitcoin's done? Absolutely fucking not. It's absolutely not. Traditional finance is done. It's already done an 80% recovery.
Yes.
Okay? Just now, Bitcoin is breaking this 50% recovery. We are just now breaking back into the trend line that came from the bottom of December, right? We're just now breaking that. Are we going to continue to go? Now, my question is, do we stop at this resistance? Okay, so here's my channel here.
Well, the fear and greed index is high.
Here's my two channels. We hit the bottom, right? We broke out of this channel. So I've got my major lines here. Solid lines. And then I've got faded out dotted lines from the trend that we've seen in this year, right? So we hit the bottom. This is the trend line we made. We broke below it here. You can see we broke below. We've recovered.
Right.
Cup and handle. That was the last weekly pattern. We talked about the cup and handle. We talked about the breakout. We got it. We've now seen the reaction from that. We've broken the high of 2023. We're now sitting at a high of
35, 118.
35, 118. Perfect.
Something like that.
Right? So the major resistance line for me for this year, and I talked about this early this year, that we would hit a high of, say, 37 to 38K, possibly 39K. High for 2023, right? I was talking about this in January. I was talking about this in December of last year for us, 2023. So we're now hitting these numbers, right? Dollar cost average. That's all we pitch to you because I am just new to finance. I've been watching this for 3 years now, right? I judge a lot of this off of me just watching the news and my intuition of what's going on with the FOMC. What is the Fed doing? What are we doing with interest rates? What's going on in the financial market, the traditional finance market that's going to push Bitcoin? Because we know that Bitcoin was designed to fight
just to erode the traditional finance system.
Erode, but just eliminate the deficiencies of the financial system, right? This gives us all an equal playing field.
Exactly, because anybody that saves their life savings in fiat currency will only get poorer over time.
So what do we see?
It.
And
if you save in Bitcoin, you only get richer.
And
over
what
time.
just happened when they spark war in Israel? Honestly, and it's crazy. Some of the things that people are sending me, man. And this is the thing. And I don't know if it's necessarily trust issues or the fact that I literally just question everything.
Yeah.
But if you send me videos of war and things like that that are going on, and it's just, if it's the same person over and over again, it's like, dude, do you know what AI is capable of?
Yeah.
A social media.
You gotta stop sucking that stuff up.
A person on social media could literally make as many videos as they want and AI in as many hurt people.
I could make those videos right here in the studio.
And it's like, okay, I understand.
I mean, I'm not saying that they're not real, and I know shit's going on, and I feel sorry for everyone.
Guess what? Previous to 2 weeks ago, when everyone started fucking yelling on the internet about fucking Israel and Palestine, guess what? This shit was still going on.
Yeah.
It was still going on. Guess what? It's been a problem for fucking decades.
Yeah.
For fucking decades.
Yeah, they use it when they want to, right? When it's convenient to them, they use it.
It's been going on for fucking ever, this shit in Israel and Palestine, and you only have an opinion now.
Yeah.
You've only got an opinion now because the internet thinks it's fucking cool to have a fucking opinion now. Seriously, fuck all that shit.
Yes, definitely.
Pay attention to what the money's doing, because as soon as they did that, as soon as they showed you that shit that got you all fired up on the internet, Bitcoin jumped another fucking what? 20,
when you weren't
20%?
paying attention, right?
20%?
Yeah.
You're getting fucked.
Yeah, duped.
You're getting fucked. And the reason is it's misdirection.
Yeah.
Look, Penn and Teller are taking your money. And like, I don't know.
Sleight of hand, bro. Sleight of hand. That's what they do. They've been doing it over and over and over again.
And man. You don't need a lot of money to invest. That's it. Like, you just whatever.
But that doesn't even matter. Like, people need to understand that when you start seeing something in mainstream and you hear about it every single day on every radio station and every TV channel, it's like, what else is going on? That should be the first thing you think about. What else is actually happening?
But we know now that so much of what we see is fake. Especially in Canada.
But no, people don't. You and I do.
But you literally can't even. The most of the news stations now in Canada, you cannot go and look at them. You can't go and look at CNN. You can't go and look at BBC. You can't go and look at these networks on IG in Canada anymore.
Yeah.
They don't show them.
Yeah.
But anybody with
But you know what?
Assholes like you and I can get on a microphone and tell people whatever.
Yeah.
But
so you can
actually fucking tell you the truth.
You can still go to their website and consume it, but you cannot comment on it or share it or do anything like that. Like,
it's
you
wild,
can still consume it, but you can't. And that's what that was one of the biggest things why they took it out of Canada, is because the comments about it on the threads, right? Every time they would post something, it would have a comment thread, and you have a bunch of people talking about whether it's true or not or what's going on and giving actual facts. They wanted to stop that. They wanted to say, no, all you can do is watch. So they basically went back to Web 1. The news has gone back to Web 1. Okay, guys, let's move forward here. Decentralize ourselves from this bullshit.
Now they don't even. It's not even the news that drives shit anymore. They let you drive it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because now you guys have gone so fucking mental and insane that you just do whatever. And then the news and the media, they just follow that. And whatever you put your energy into is what they feed the rest of the world. It gets everyone fired
Fuel
up.
the fire.
And it's so meaningless. You got to realize that everything that we see on the internet is exceptions. The healthy people are not on social media.
Yes, that's
They're
right.
doing their own thing.
Yes.
Right? There's no this man versus there's no this man versus women, and there's all this inequality and shit.
No.
It's like things are better now than they ever have been. I hit the mic. I'm sorry, Spencer.
Settle down, man.
Things are better now for people than they ever have been
and that's
before.
the thing that people,
and people are like, "Oh my
man.
god, the world's on fire!"
I hate that. I hate that the most. When I
It's
start,
like
when I hear
they're literally
people,
better now than they ever have been for anybody.
every single
poverty
day
now.
that we can live like this is worth celebrating. It's like people don't even understand how bad it could possibly get.
Yes.
No idea. Absolutely no idea.
The thing is like, yes, capitalism is bad, and right now, pardon me. Right now, we've got 1% doing better and feeling good about it, and everyone's saying it's competition to get your millions of dollars and the first millions of dollars, whatever. Doesn't matter. This transition period is going to be dark and it's going to be ugly, and a lot of people are going to fucking cry and be hurt feelings about it. But on the other side of this, hopefully, if Bitcoin prevails, then we all end up with financial equality.
We already have countries that are doing it.
It's not the inequality, it's the inequity of the world.
Exactly,
because
right?
The inequity is meaningless because people with the money don't even fucking spend it. They don't fucking even need it.
And if everybody had enough money to feed their family, nobody would be stealing, nobody would be shooting, nobody would be fucking doing this
because
shit.
what the fuck is important about all these dumbass
all they're doing,
jobs?
people that are doing that shit are thinking about their families. I need to feed my kid. Unfortunately, this is the way I'm going to do it.
Food and water.
Right? That's
Food
all anybody ever fucking needs and cares about.
Food
and
water.
all this stuff is just manipulated by money. So yes, there is already countries doing it, and that's what actually gets me the most is how many people are like, that's never going to work. That's not going to happen. It's like there's already people doing it. Okay, it's already happening. It's already working.
Like now,
stop being blinded by the bullshit.
Yeah, and the biggest feud now is like all these it's like the old generation versus the new generation. Oh, you're all just lazy and you don't want to work. It's like no, they're just wising up to the fact we're getting fucked.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
Okay, so it's like we got this old generation. It's like, and I'm talking about the generation my age. People my age are like, you guys just don't know how to work hard. You don't know how to fucking work hard. You're just lazy and shit. It's like, no.
Yeah. A bit of yes. A bit of yes.
A bit of yes, but you know what? They're just wising up to the fact that we shouldn't be slaving to someone else.
No.
Okay, I'll work at it hard every day. What do I got to do? I got to keep my family warm. I got to keep my family fed.
Yeah.
So what the fuck is a necessity for that?
Yeah.
It's not me going to fucking.
Exactly.
It's
I don't
not
need to
going
fill
to
their
me
bags.
going to work in some chain store somewhere.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Or going and being part of an altercation that they've
or whatever.
made,
you know what I mean? Like, So it's like we shit on all these kids now because they got no work ethic and shit, but it's like these kids, they were raised by screens. So we were forced to go work hard.
Yeah.
Okay? So our generation was forced to go work hard. We got work ethic. Okay? But because of that, our generation that we produced was forced to be raised by screens because we're too busy working.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
which
were
is by design.
They were raised by screens.
Yeah.
Consumerism grows.
Yeah.
We now feed into kids' wants and not their needs.
Yeah.
We supply their wants, not their needs, right?
Yeah.
The rest of us are going, oh, fuck, but now you don't work hard.
Yeah.
But we spent our time working hard to supply the wants of these children.
Exactly. Why the fuck didn't you
So it's
tell
like,
them
fucking
what you
wake
were
the fuck
doing
up.
when you were going grocery shopping with
Wake
them?
the fuck up!
Come on, man. No, I mean, you just take some
bullshit.
responsibility,
It's all
right? Like
bullshit.
you can't, as soon as you're blaming somebody else for an issue that you have, you've lost. You need to acknowledge,
That's just it. But
assess,
it's all
address.
BS. It's all BS designed, designed to
Yeah.
make you mad at each other.
Exactly.
Right?
Divide and conquer.
Instead of looking out for yourself.
You know what's so funny
what's
is
important?
the few people that have been following this show for the last 2 years
Are
and
fat
have
up
been
in their bags.
and have been taking our information to heart and actually putting whatever they're doing, and there's no percentage I'm going to talk about it.
Are fat up in their bags.
Have been messaging us
Especially-
like, "Wow, thank you so much." And it's
Especially after this last call. If you caught that last bottom of this big fat green line that I've been telling you guys about that came from the fucking
the numbers may not be large, but it doesn't
18.
even matter, man. 1-2 people saying like, "Dude, thank you so much for that episode you did 6 months ago."
We don't even have one though.
Right? Oh, are you kidding me?
Were you getting private messages?
All the time.
What, from your mom, bro?
From my mom and a couple of friends. Yes. And they're doing great.
I'm an asshole, so I don't get private messages.
I know,
like
and
that.
people
Actually,
message me how much they don't like you, and I'm like, why? Like, why? I think he's okay.
That's
If
funny.
somebody they call
because
you.
I get the odd message that says you're pretty good with your shit. Why don't you do more of the quick updates? It's like, you know why people don't like me is because I fucking tell them the truth, and no one wants to hear the fucking truth. It's like it's not my fault. You're fucking. You
That's
suck.
what people don't understand too. It's like all of this shit. I mean, some of it for sure, but most of it is not our opinion. We're reading charts. We're looking at data. We're analyzing the statistics and giving you the information. That's all we're doing. But people like to just say that's just that guy's opinion. That's what he thinks.
Yeah, but the thing is,
no, like that's what I love about charts and numbers, man. It's like it doesn't matter. I don't care what you think or I think, and Bitcoin doesn't care either.
There's people that can find me.
It is what it is, and that's gold.
It is what it is.
So valuable.
And
so valuable. In a world where everything's fucking fake, look at the fucking numbers and get into on-chain data and look into cryptocurrency and look into Bitcoin, because that is it's unfucking cheatable. It's you can't manipulate it as much as, I mean, if you do manipulate it, you see it, okay? Like I'm not saying there's no manipulation. Obviously it's heavily manipulated, but we get to watch it happen on chain. We know exactly what wallets are doing what, and we get to see. If you have an app called CoinGlass, it gives you updates on any big moves that happen in the market. It's like awesome. Do you think the Federal Reserve is going to tell you every big move they do? No, they update their website once a month. Once a month. For the information that I want to get from the Federal Reserve, I have to wait for the end of the fucking month to get any information about what they're doing. And whether they're putting, and in 1 month, they could inject $300 trillion. And I don't get to know about it until the end of the month. Like, are you kidding me? On-chain data is instant. Instant. Okay, folks, this is new technology. The modern day is going to be digital. We know that for a fact, and it's all here. But they're going to do everything in their possible works to make sure that you don't see what you can, right? Like just look through the cracks, man. It's all here. And with the traditional finance system, it's all shady, it's all murky, it's all smoke and mirrors. And with on-chain data, you can see it all. And that's what's honestly been the biggest value to me personally, is just being able to see all these numbers. For the last 2 weeks or so, I have been absolutely addicted to CoinGlass. Check out the app if you are interested in this type of thing, because it's constantly changing. Things are happening all the time. I'm getting updates on massive orders. You know what's actually so funny? Large order, 4 Bitcoin transferred. It's like 4 Bitcoin. And it's funny because it's worth what? A couple $100,000, right? And it's like back in the day, a big move or a big transaction, 40 Bitcoin. But now we're seeing this start to, like, I'm getting notifications of 4 or 5 Bitcoin being large moves because they are hundreds of thousands of dollars. And even just seeing like, 40 or 50 Bitcoin. We're talking millions of dollars. It's hilarious. And it's not going to reverse and go the other way. Okay? The trajectory that we are on is going to continue. We're going to start to see 0.001 Bitcoin moved worth millions of dollars in years to come. Okay? That's the way it's trending. That's what the charts are saying. That's what the statistics are saying. That's what the numbers are saying. That's what all this data is telling us. So you cannot deny it. And if you do deny it, you're waiting for 40K to buy Bitcoin. And that's just what you're doing. Oh, man. Well, you got anything else for him, Julian? Are you spent?
No, I think we're good. Anyway, I don't know. We didn't really do a full market scope there. If you're looking at these charts, we bounced off our bottom green line there. We've been telling you since the beginning of the year. We told you when we hit this high in March that we would see more of a high. We did not reach the oversold. We told you we'd hit that in 2023. So we are now. We're above 70% RSI. We're above this green line from the bottom in December. What's going to happen? I don't think we're going to get much more than say 38.5, 39K out of 2023.
For this year. And I want to mention too, there's a good chance of some sort of massive shakeout happening like we saw in 2020. And some people are talking about WW3. We've talked about it a ton on this thing.
Well, we've hit a high. I just want people. We've one weekly high here. There's a double top.
Yeah. So best case scenario, we hold 25K, and that's our floor, right? Even if we go back to 25K, we hold that into the next halving into next year, which is only literally 5 months away.
I'd like to see us hold 28.
Sure.
Here.
Sure, yeah. So that line of support right there.
28.
But I mean, either way,
nice, yeah. 28.5 would be nice.
On-chain data has never been better. More wallet addresses is growing every single day. The amount of money going in, we saw so much money go in a couple weeks ago. I know we missed you guys last week. We had a bunch of stuff going on, but it's like, man, I mean, I know people are paying attention. Like the markets are starting to change.
It's not even about keeping people updated. The reality is, if you dollar cost average into Bitcoin,
you don't have to pay
as
attention.
a savings account. You don't have to pay attention.
Yeah,
and that's we're not trying to get anywhere. We're not trying to be famous. I ain't trying to be famous. I don't give a fuck. You don't like me.
I'm already as rich as I'll ever be right now, man.
Right.
Got family and friends.
This is to document our journey in finance and tell you that guess what? There's something better out there.
Yeah.
Dollar cost.
Exactly. Exit the system. I just heard a guy talking about today about how it's so hard to do this and things are so expensive. And I'm like, bro, exit the system, man. You're going to be choked to death if you continue to just sit there and ask for, please more, sir. Please more, sir. He's going to kill you.
Say you save 10% of your money. If you're a fairly intelligent individual, you probably save at least 10% of your money, right? You save 10% of your money. You put 10% of your income into Bitcoin this year. That 10% is up 37% right now, something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just rough math here, but
just some quick math.
I guess
I do want to say one thing though that I have noticed. So a lot of people, like I said, even myself, believe that there's a big shakeout coming. So we might see a big shakeout. It's going to be quick. We've talked about it before. I want to just go out there and say right now, it's not going to happen over Christmas. A lot of people are like, oh, like this is getting to be sketchy. Like things are happening.
This was the target I thought we'd hit in December. We've already hit it.
Right.
36K.
So if we go sideways, if we go back down, no worries. But I want to say, like, the way that the world is set up, like you said, capitalism, Christmas is the biggest time of year for the elite. They love to have you consume as much as possible.
Yeah, but that's so they can take profit.
Exactly, right? So there's not going to be any huge shakeout until they do. They're just going to continue to pump and prime everything for their bags, right?
Yeah, but now they're going to time it with the Bitcoin
halving, because they have no choice. They have no choice to. Bitcoin is king.
So now we're seeing this rise before the end of the year,
everybody will kneel.
Well, guess what? The halving's not till April or May.
Yeah.
So this is we're right on par for what we thought was going to happen.
Yeah. Right? So we'll be going good into the new year. Maybe see some sideways price action
for a while. We're now oversold.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it just stays sideways for a while.
Guess what? This looks like perfect. Okay, here we're at the top. We're oversold. Boom. Here's the halving in May.
Yeah.
Right at the bottom.
Yeah. Work our way down there. I don't think we're going to work our way down there on a time frame like that, but
no, but we'll probably come towards 30%.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we hold 50.
No, not happening.
Not happening. All right. Well, you heard it here first. Biggs and Boggs. Biggs says one thing, Boggs says another. Catch you guys on the next one. Biggs and Boggs out. Smash the like, subscribe, comment. Peace. Do the things.
Do the things.
Wanna buy you a Bitcoin. You might not get the chance. Just might not.